Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be when you deny access to the narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So access, when you deny it to a toxic person, in this case, the narcissist, it will certainly improve your life. It will improve your circumstances. It will improve your mindset and the trajectory of your life. When you were in that narcissistic relationship, you must keep in mind that you were being manipulated. You were tricked and trapped, and you were kept in that deep end of destruction, the narcissistic fog. You weren't taught Narcissism 101 in school, so you didn't know what you were up against, and you were being toyed with, manipulated, taken advantage of. You were being mocked. You were being laughed at. You were being given the smirk. You were being given the big pupils filled with beach ball-like pupils filled with supply and nastiness by the narcissist. You see, the narcissist knew who you were way before you knew who you were. The narcissist had the advantage in that relationship throughout the whole period of time until when? That's right, until you finally got the wisdom. You went no contact and you blocked that person and you denied them access. Because when you're in a relationship with another person who is acting one way, behaving a totally different way, and telling people all around you nasty things about you, i.e. the smear campaign, that relationship is not sustainable. It's as if you're in a boat that is about to capsize over and over and over again, and you keep on straightening out the ship, hoping that the person who's in the boat with you, i.e. the narcissist, will begin to paddle and do their fair share of work to be together, to be common, and to move in the same direction. But that's not what happens. Once the narcissist has their fangs sunken into a person, this is when the euphoric / love bomb is over. That's when they begin to be devalued almost by the minute. And I'll tell you when these things take place. When that happens, now you're helpless. You're in that cesspool of manipulation and you don't know how you got there. And the narcissist turns on a dime, just like that. That's why these relationships many times move at light speed. And you can't figure out how somebody could change so quickly from being the flavor of the month, or the nice person, or the yin to their yang, or you're the person, their soulmate, or who completes them. And all of a sudden you can't pick out the right peanut butter when you go to the grocery store. Why that happens? It's because this is the abusive techniques administered by the narcissist. Back when you were in that relationship, you did not know what triangulation was. You didn't know what the smear campaign was. You didn't know what financial abuse was. You didn't know what blame shifting was. And you definitely didn't know what gaslighting was. Now you probably know all of those terms and so many more, because you're coupling your real life experience with the education in the definitions in the glossary on the narcissistic abusive cycle. And when you put those two things together, they equal what? That's right, they equal wisdom. And this wisdom is a newfound superpower that you didn't ask for, you didn't want, but yet it was bestowed upon you. Because you were targeted by the narcissist. You were giving them access to virtually everything of you. This is why when you were in that relationship in the beginning, you most likely were an open book. You perhaps may have been a people pleaser. You definitely were a yes person. You absolutely were believing in another person's words, that their words would match their actions. You probably were giving to a fault, maybe even an empath, and you believed that what that person told you would come to fruition. Well, we now know that the narcissist will sell anybody a bill of goods. They will promise anything in the future. They will move the goalposts. They will future fake. They will do whatever they can as long as they have access to you. And once they get the keys that they need to push the buttons to get you to do whatever they want you to do, then they don't want to do anything other than devalue you. That's why when you're in that relationship, post-euphoric stage / love bomb stage, you were not only in the devaluation stage, but you couldn't do anything right. If you were early to pick them up, well, you had to wait and you wasted your time. If you were late, well, they were outside tapping their foot, acting like that they have been out there for 2 hours. If you were on time, they would make you wait. You see, you couldn't do anything properly, and it was by design, because no matter what direction you did, no matter what you said, no matter what you wanted to do, the narcissist would poke holes in it. Example, let's say you wanted to go on vacation to a certain location. Well, if you were wanting to go there, did the narcissist want to go with you? Absolutely not. They would make sure that that vacation never took place. They would make sure that you never went away to where you wanted to go to. They would make sure that you didn't experience life the way you wanted it to. Remember, the narcissist gets negative and positive supply. My take, and I'll always believe this, I'll never change my mind on this one, is if the narcissist can steal a beautiful, bright, shining light like you and capture you for a period of time, and they can turn and twist you and your mindset and your mannerisms into something negative, which is what they do to a degree when you're in the relationship, now that it makes them feel better about themselves because they can now control somebody as powerful as you. Now, I don't say that lightly, and I've mentioned it over the years that you are a beautiful, bright, shining light, as am I. The narcissist looked at you and they were in awe of you. They couldn't believe how you were so authentic or genuine, how you were so kind and loving, how people were drawn to you, and how you did not do anything other than take the high road and do the right thing, despite the fact that the narcissist was trying to puncture holes in that relationship with you and anybody that mattered to you. But this is why you're you. This is why you're on the channel or in the community. It's why you're getting your cup full, and it's why you're getting stronger and stronger each and every day, and it's why you have now, at least my hope is, you've denied access to the narcissist. You see, the narcissist had the best thing they will ever have in you, and they know it. And the thing there is they took advantage of you. They took you for granted. They did not think once they discarded you, if they did, or even if you ended it yourself, meaning the relationship, and either way my heart goes out to you, they didn't think that you would put two and two together. They did not think that you would crack the code. They did not think you were strong enough or smart enough to break the trauma bond. They did not think you would ever do what? That's right, they didn't think you would ever deny them access. That is why it is so imperative in virtually every video I create that I suggest people go no contact. They block the narcissist, they delete them, remove them and all flying monkeys and toxic people associated with them, and they begin to heal. They begin to slow their life down, put themselves back together, piece by piece, minute by minute when necessary, day by day, week by week, etc. Because when you deny access to not only the narcissist, but to toxic people, then your health returns, your energy returns, your clarity returns, your mindset returns, your finances will return. You will repair relationships that perhaps were fractured or damaged at the hands of the narcissist, as long as those people are not in communication with the narcissist. If they are, well, they're gonna have to go too, because they're not picking your side, they're picking the narcissist side. I hope you understand that. Also, post-relationship, what you will realize is that there'll be a small amount of people, if any, who will be there to support you. You may say, well, that's true, that's what happened to me. Why did that happen, Andrew? Very simple. The smear campaign was in full throttle. It was already underway, probably the minute you met the narcissist. You just didn't know what a smear campaign was. This is what the narcissist was doing. They were trying to drive wedges between you and anything that mattered to you, which included your time, energy, money, love, empathy, your relationships, your hobbies. I did it, I sneezed, bless. Thank you. If you said bless me, thank you. And everything they could. And when they did that, they were trying their best to have an energetic exchange with you. Remember, as I mentioned earlier, the narcissist likes negative supply or positive supply. And if they could take somebody like you, the beautiful, bright, shining light, and almost or virtually or attempt to extinguish you, that makes them feel better. That's what fuels them. If they can control somebody as powerful as you, and perhaps extinguish your beautiful, bright, shining light, well, it's mission accomplished for the narcissist. But that's not you. That's why you're here getting your wisdom. That's why you're here, you're applying the tools. That's why you keep coming back and dropping comments on every video I create. That's why you're paying it forward when you can. And that's when you realize when you denied access to the narcissist, virtually within a period of time, things improved in your life. So let's go back. Let's say that the narcissist was a brother or sister or an adult child. And let's say that they were asking you for money over a period of time. Just loan me some money here, or just give me some money here, or I just need this. And there's always some excuse. And you had some money throughout your whole life. Because why? Because you're a hardworking individual and you're wise with your money, and perhaps you would help them out from time to time. Well, number one, did you ever get any of that money back? Probably not. Number two, did they say that they actually owed you the money? Probably not. They probably said, no, you told me I could keep that. Or, it's been so long. What do you care? What do you remember? What's the big deal? But yet they would keep trying to borrow money from you, which they would never pay back, which is essentially financial abuse. Then you realize one day that your bank account is dwindling and you had to put a stop to it. So what did you do? You denied access. And when you did that, your bank account began to climb. It began to get stacked. And the narcissist, your sibling or maybe adult child, whoever it was, they didn't get access to your money. You had it, and now you flipped the tables back on them. You did not give them financial resources. You used it for yourself, or you continued to save for yourself, and they had to go elsewhere. This is the path. This is what you must do. You must drown these people out. You must remove toxicity from your life. You must stop giving people chances that don't deserve chances. You must stop thinking that these people, i.e. the toxic narcissists or energy vampires, whatever you want to call them, you must stop thinking that they can change. They won't change. They can't change. They don't want to change. They want to go parasitically and slither through life and glom onto anybody who will give them a handout, anybody who will believe in the mask, anyone who will put them up, anyone who will give them food, water, or shelter, anyone that'll loan them money, anyone that will fall in love with them, anyone that will care about them. Think about the victimness or the victimhood of the narcissist. The narcissist plays the victim card better than anybody, and I mean including legitimate victims. Now, I don't use that word on the channel that often, but I'm illustrating how the narcissist plays the victim card. They will say, woe is me, I didn't have a good life, I didn't get this, or my spouse didn't do that, or the system was stacked against me, or nobody likes me, or all my exes want nothing to do with me, or I didn't have a good childhood, or I didn't have the education, or I can't get a job. Or they'll say whatever they want to, and what they're doing is they are selling themselves. Think about the used car salesperson years and years ago. They would try to sell a jalopy or a lemon on the used car lot that looked beautiful on the exterior. It was nice, brand new paint job and everything, but when you lifted up the engine or lifted up the hood, the engine wouldn't run. But as soon as you gave the used car dealer some money, well, they were nowhere to be found, and your car you were now stuck with. That's what a lemon was in the old days. I'm not sure if they still exist, but the point is, that's what the narcissist does. They promise you the sun, the moon, and the stars, and at times, not that often, but they may look absolutely stunning on the exterior. But not every narcissist looks like that. The narcissist comes in all shapes and sizes. Many people that I have one-on-one sessions with that fell into a romantic relationship with the narcissist mentioned to me that they weren't even attracted to the person in the beginning. It was their charm, it was their allure, it was them playing the victim card. This is what draws people in, because when you're in these relationships specifically, or when you're entering these and you don't have the wisdom on the narcissistic abusive cycle, and you're believing that you can help people, or you're believing you can fix people, or you're believing you can elevate someone's circumstances, and they know that that you're going to believe them and you're going to buy what they're selling, you're not only in a vulnerable position, you're in a very, very challenging position, because you're trying to help out somebody who knows what they're doing. They don't want to get help. They're trying to punish you for helping them, and they will kick you when they're down, and they will chew you up and spit you out and crumble you up like a sheet of paper and throw you away in the freeway as soon as they took whatever they wanted to take from you. This is what they do. It is what they've done since the beginning of time. So how the narcissist plays the victim card, this is why you really need to understand. There are so many of us who have gone through so many challenging experiences in life. And you know what we did? We didn't blame one person. We took full ownership. When we picked ourselves up, we dusted ourselves off, we went to work and we improved our circumstances. Nobody, and I mean nobody, knocked on our door and said, here, we're here to rescue you, here to save you. And it was clearly evident when that relationship ended with you. Nobody knocked on your door. No one checked in on you, or maybe few people did. But one thing's for certain, the narcissist tried to inflict as much damage upon you as they possibly could before they discarded you or before that relationship ended. And that's what they do. They play the victim card. They say, woe is me. They blame shift. They use the smear campaign. They gaslight. They triangulate. They project. They mirror. They do anything they possibly can in that arsenal of weapons that they have wrapped around their tool belt on their waist, because this is what they know, and it's worked for them their whole lives. So when you finally deny access to the narcissist, as I've mentioned so frequently, you will see doors of abundance open up for you. You will see doors of possibility be presented to you. You will see doors of opportunity arrive at your doorstep. Now, these things won't happen overnight, but they will happen in time, in your time, if you utilize the tools that are provided for you on the channel and in the community, and you go to work on yourself, and you begin with focusing on the fact that the narcissist never cared about you. They don't care about anybody. They only care about themselves, and they wanted to keep you stuck in that devaluation stage as long as they possibly could. But you broke free. That's why you need to stay in that cocoon of boundaries, and you need to heal and slow your life down and process things and journal and meditate and see a therapist and watch videos and read and heal childhood wounds and put yourself back together again. Nobody, and I mean nobody, will put yourself back to, will be able to put you back together. You can get help along the way, but at the end of the day, it has to be you. That's what I've had to do, and that's what I help so many other people do. You have to do the deep dive. You have to really understand how you entered that relationship. What was the catalyst that had you enter that relationship? Where you were manipulated, why you were manipulated, why you stayed so long, why you kept giving them so many chances. You need to figure out what the trauma bond is. You need to figure out exactly that the narcissist is an uncaring, selfish, not selfless, selfish creature, and what they want to do is take as much of people's energy, and they want to dump their toxicity into the positive person and take the positivity and have that catapult them through the next leg of life, and leave that other person down where they were in that low vibrational state until they pick themselves up and rise from the ashes like a phoenix, and then ascend higher than the sun, the moon, and the stars. Now, I'm unpacking a whole bunch of information and wisdom in this video. Many of these nuggets have been repeated in the past. Some are new. This is why I not only repeat myself at times, but you need to hear it over and over and over again until something clicks, until you get a light bulb moment, then you get another one and another one, and you finally realize that when you deny access to a toxic person, what you're doing is you're putting up a boundary. And when you put up a boundary and you say no, the strongest word in the English language, you are saying yes to yourself, and you are saying no to toxicity. That is why denying access to anything that doesn't serve you will be one of the best decisions you make in your life. Now, again, I must throw a caveat in here. If the relationship ended recently, you're going to have work to do. You're going to have a lot of work. You're going to have to really slow your life down and process what narcissism is, how it affected you for a period of time. You're going to have to understand what the healing path is, and then it will take time, but in your time you will heal if you're patient and kind, resolute, determined, focused, and driven on your healing. If that's what you do, and it's what you should do, then you will get to where you want to be. But if the relationship has ended for you a long time ago, whatever that time frame is, and you've healed, you now know what I'm talking about. All the doors of abundance have been presented to you. If they haven't, that means there's a little more work to be done. If they have, this is beautiful, because this is when you can take a class, teach a class, read a book, write a book. You can travel. You can start dating again if you want to. You can join hobby groups, maybe ones you used to be a part of in the past, or you can create new hobbies. You can do whatever you want to, because now this is your time. You are not being accountable or being held accountable to another person who's trying to rule or dictate your life. You're not being the unpaid helper. You're not being the walking apology. You're not being the walking ATM. You're not being given the endless to-do list, and when you complete that, being given another endless to-do list. You're not seeing doors being slammed in your face. You're not being told that you're worthless, or that no one likes you, or no one cares about you. You're not having the phone hung up on you. You're not wondering where a toxic person is, even though they know you're wondering where they are, and they're off with the new supply doing whatever they're doing while you're stuck at home on a Friday night and you cook dinner and they're nowhere to be found. You see, all those days are over, and after they're over, there is a void that must be filled, and that void will take time, but that void will be filled by you, for you, and to benefit you. That's where the healing really, really begins. The healing really begins when you finally understand and practice radical acceptance that the narcissist doesn't care about you. They don't care about anyone. And what must happen post-relationship, once you get that message, is you must deny access to the narcissist and to anyone who is one step away from them, which includes many times their immediate family members, their siblings, their former relationships, friends that you had in common with them. It means maybe perhaps religious organizations that you went to with the narcissist. It means any place you went to and you were with the narcissist. These places need to be removed from you. And you may say, well, that's a little drastic, isn't it? Well, not really, because if the narcissist knows where you frequent, well, they're going to go there. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but maybe down the road after you've healed, maybe they're going to try and attempt to hoover and see where you are. You don't want that. You want to be unhooverable. You want to get off the radar from these creatures. You want to stay as far away from them as possible. That's why I share this so frequently on videos. So many of us have had to relocate cities, towns, states, countries, jurisdictions, because we needed to get as far away from the toxicity and the flying monkeys and the enablers and all the nastiness of the environment we were in the past. If you have the ability to do so, I strongly suggest to do it. If you can't, or you don't want to for whatever reason, I understand, but you should still do what? That's right, you should still deny access to the narcissist and to anybody who even brings their name up post-relationship, because people will reveal themselves. Every one of us reveals ourselves in time. The narcissist was no different, you are no different, I'm no different, and everybody who surrounded themselves with the narcissist will be no different. That's why once this relationship ends, you usually don't have a support system at all in place, because most of those people were listening to the smear campaign, or they were on the side of the narcissist, or perhaps they're afraid of getting involved because maybe they don't want to be targeted themselves, who knows? But that's usually what happens. That's why these relationships are the relationships you need to heal from. That's why they're debilitating, that's why they're taxing, that's why they're isolating. That's why when you're in the relationship, you lost your identity to the narcissist. You became a shell of yourself. You became an extension of the narcissist. You are stuck in that zombie-like, trance-like state for a long period of time until what happened? That's right, until you finally denied access to the narcissist. And when you did that, yes. Did it sting? Absolutely. Was it challenging? Yes, it was. But slowly you put yourself back together. Slowly you began to heal. Slowly you began to realize that that was one of the most challenging and tough or difficult decisions you had to make in your life, but it was to benefit you. You see, all of the energy that you possess, it was all going into the narcissist and into the narcissistic relationship. And the narcissist knew that, and they were consuming it, and they were gobbling up everything about you. Once that gets stopped and all that energy goes back into you, that's when you begin to heal, and you heal properly. And that's when the narcissist no longer has access to you, and that's a good thing. Everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. I hope, I forgot that part. I hope you guys liked the video. I love doing it. From beautiful Carolinas, this is Andrew. Namaste. I love y'all. God bless you. I love y'all. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. And yes, I just got stumped there because I was thinking about what to say post video, and I'll say it right now. Listen, a couple days from now is the beginning of the new year. We just got through many of the holidays. I know there are other holidays still taking place, but please bring your A game. Maintain no contact. Deny access to all toxic people. If somebody's trying to guilt you into going to a holiday get-together or a barbecue or birthday or something, and you know that there will be people there that you don't want to see, make the executive decision on your own to figure out if it's going to serve you or not. If you are even trepidating a little bit or having trepidation about going to one of those events because you think that perhaps somebody will be there that's going to trigger you, upset you, or do something that isn't going to benefit you, my suggestion is to decline that and do not attend the events. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I know how I conserve my energy. I know what I can do, what I will do, and what I won't do. And post-narcissistic relationship, that's one of the benefits of coming through the cycle and rising through the fire like a phoenix. It's that you not only know what you will allow in your life, it's that what you won't allow in your life, and they're equally as important. And having boundaries is imperative, and not caring about what other people think. This is your journey. This is your life. This is your time. You've been way, way, way challenged and way, way, way tested. You've been to hell and back. So you don't owe anybody anything. You don't have to do something you don't want to do. You shouldn't be guilted into doing anything you don't want to do. Your money and time and energy is all for yourself. If you want to help people, and because you can and it's not going to hurt you, go for it. If you're going to continue to help people that are going to be the bottomless pit of taking or consuming your energy, time, and money, well, that's not going to benefit you, and it's going to end one way or the other. Either you're going to be drained and have no time, energy, or money, or they are going to have to get what? That's right, no access. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.